Salutations, respected viewers. This is George from Ireland at the Commonwealth War Memorial in London. I saw a speech by Dr. Shashi Tharoor in the Oxford Union. One of his many complaints about the United Kingdom and its relationship with India was he said there's a memorial up to animals who served in war in London, but no memorial up to Indians in London who fought in the Second World War. Well, the erudite doctor is mistaken, and now I am disabusing him of his misapprehension. He only made that speech about 3 years ago, yet behind me you can see India on the pillar, together with Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and so forth. So this was put up in 2002, long before he made his renowned oration at the Oxford Union Society in a debate about whether the United Kingdom owes reparations to India. So this was put up, as I say, the year of the Golden Jubilee, 2002, opened by Her Britannic Majesty. Baroness Srila Flather, a Conservative peer, was a prime mover behind the erection of this handsome and noble war memorial to people from various Commonwealth countries, including India, who volunteered to serve the Crown in the First World War, the Second World War, and laid down their lives for that ideal. Now, I mustn't be delusional about it. There's a wealth of reasons why men would volunteer for the army. It's not just idealism, it's also they need a job, a sense of adventure, camaraderie, machismo, could be hatred of the enemy as well as love of their own country. It's not entirely inspired by allegiance to the Crown. And then you see this pavilion, which is redolent of a funeral pyre, because many of these soldiers were Hindus who would have been cremated rather than buried. And then you see you're going to see the various wreaths, poppy wreaths, which are laid there to honour them. And then you can see the three feathers behind on one of those wreaths. That's a symbol of the Prince of Wales, their various tributes written on them. And what was I going to say? They mainly put it their Remembrance Day, the nearest Sunday to the 11th of November, because 11th of November is the end of the First World War. So they've been there for a few months, obviously not in great condition. So VE Day, Victory in Europe Day, 9th of May. Well, 8th of May actually for the United Kingdom, 9th of May for Russia. That's gone, but that's not marked here. VJ Day, Victory over Japan Day, is the 15th of August, so that's more significant for India. And so it mentions the countries of pre-partition India, as in what's now Pakistan and Bangladesh. And then you can see on the ceiling above, it's got the names of various people who were awarded various medals for gallantry, including the Victoria Cross. That's the highest medal for courage. On the Victoria Cross, it says for valor. It's cast using cannon captured from the Russians at Sevastopol in the 1850s, the George Cross, and so forth. So those who got the Victoria Cross put VC after their name, they got the George Cross put GC, and so on. And then it mentions on this mock grave, I suppose, various theatres of operation. And there are a few more of them. I needn't show them all to you. So the memorial gates, there's no actual gate, but they are representative of a gate. And that wall behind me is the garden of Buckingham Palace. So this is Constitution Hill. This street is not much of a hill, it's a slight slope, where King Charles I was wont to take his constitutional as in a stroll. All right, and the patron of this project was Prince Charles, as it mentions. So 2.5 million Indians volunteered for the Indian Army in the Second World War. That's the largest volunteer army ever raised in history, even down to today. Bear in mind, many countries have a much larger population now than India did at the time. So I would just like to say that Dr. Tharoor stands corrected.